There's no mistaking what this, in fact, really is. It's a massive voice of protest against the rule of the Shah.
Good evening. Now we know the United States has passed the word to the Shah of Iran. It's time for him to leave his country.
The political initiative now lies totally with the Ayatollah. Now that he's back, he'll very soon announce the establishment of a government of his own.
There might have been tears in the eyes of the Shah as he took to the streets of the capital in their thousands to celebrate the departure of the man they have hated for so long.
Bonjour, mon nom est Eric Bouvet, je suis photographe depuis 32 ans, j'ai commencé à l'agence Gamma en 1981. Bonjour, mon nom est Eric Bouvet, je suis photographe depuis 32 ans, j'ai commencé à l'agence Gamma en 1981 où j'y ai travaillé pendant 10 ans et ensuite je suis devenu freelance, donc ça fait maintenant 23 ans et j'ai eu l'occasion de venir 2 fois en Iran. Je suis né à Paris et je suis français et je travaille à Paris, je suis marié depuis 27 ans et j'ai 2 enfants. I was very sad during when internet and digital arrived in 2001, 2002. I fell down. Really, I fell down about my energy, about my capacity to make pictures, about my pleasure, everything, because I lost all my market. I lost all the magazine who make me in, who put me in an assignment. And I didn't want to say I was in depression, but I didn't understood when I arrived, because during 20 years, people give you money for you work, for you go somewhere and you leave, and you make photography. Everything goes wrong, goes well, and suddenly you are nothing, but really nothing. So I really fell down. I was very upset and jealous and angry, all these bad things, you know. And so. Few years after, I decided to make a little back and I say, okay, so just think about why you are not no more on the top. And I understood that's a market change, of course, but also the photography change, the digital. And so I look a lot the job of what did these young people who arrive on the market. I bought a lot of books on contemporary photography, and I was many times in different places for to see exhibition, new exhibition, and to understand what does it change, what is now the photography, and I learn and I learn, and I practice a lot, and so I don't want to say I am a new photographer, but I can change my style. I don't have a style, but I change my way of thinking and how to make pictures. So, no, I'm back. I hope. I survived, yeah. That's the problem of my generation. Many friends of mine who were in Gamma, Sigma, SIPA disappear. They lost, and I'm sad for them. Alors, comment j'ai commencé la photographie? C'est un tout petit peu compliqué. À l'âge de 9 ans, ma mère m'a réveillé en 1969 pour voir les premiers pas de l'homme sur la Lune. Et c'était pour moi extraordinaire parce que j'ai vu ça à la télévision sur un petit écran en noir et blanc. Et je pense que c'est la force de l'image, l'impact de l'actualité qui m'a fait aller vers du news. Alors évidemment, je ne dis pas que c'est à cet âge-là que j'ai voulu faire ce métier, mais en tout cas, c'est certainement resté enfoui un petit peu quelque part dans ma tête. Et du coup, par la suite, voilà, j'ai commencé très tôt parce que après avoir loupé mon bac à 19 ans, j'ai fait 1 an d'armée, c'était obligatoire à l'époque en France. Et ensuite, voilà, j'ai plongé dans la photo comme laborantin à l'agence Gamma, qui était pour moi un rêve. Je suis rentré à l'agence Gamma et voilà, donc ça a été le début d'une merveilleuse histoire. Première fois que je suis allé en Iran, c'était pour les funérailles de l'ayatollah Khomeini. Et ça a été, alors pour moi c'était très important, parce qu'en fait, quand j'ai commencé à travailler, je voulais commencer à rentrer à l'agence Gamma en 1979, mais j'étais obligé d'aller à l'armée. Et en 1979, ça a été le retour de l'ayatollah en Iran. Et pour moi, c'était une histoire très très importante parce que c'était le moment où je voulais commencer à travailler. Et si j'avais eu le choix, c'est un événement très important qui m'a marqué moi dans ma jeunesse. Ce qui s'est passé en Iran, cette révolution, le départ du Shah, la prise de l'ambassade et ensuite l'ayatollah Khomeini qui s'est installé. Pour moi, c'était très très fort. Et j'avais jamais pu aller en Iran. Et donc quand l'ayatollah est décédé en 89, je me suis tout de suite précipité pour y aller. Pour moi, c'était vraiment pas une boucle bouclée parce que j'étais encore jeune, j'avais 89, j'avais donc moins de 30 ans. Mais c'était très 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 fort. Donc voilà, c'était mes premiers pas en Iran. And I said I won 2 World Prize with this story about funerals of Khomeini. So it was important because when I began to work in '79, it was when the revolution in Iran and the arrival of Khomeini in Iran in '79. For me, it was very important. This fact, this actuality was well. It was certainly the fact I remember of these few years ago. And I decided really and I was happy to arrive because it was when I decided to become a photographer in '79. I can't go. I was not a photographer, but so in '89 when he died, I was. So it was like a circle. Circle is closed somewhere. 80s was a very good time for photographer. We were, before to climb in the plane, we earned our life. I was in assignment for Time magazine. I have also a guarantee from Stern and from Paris Match. So it was an amazing time. But I decided by myself. I was in Gamma agency at this time, so I decided. In fact, for the story, it's a bit funny because I was on Tiananmen Square just before. And for 1 month I stayed there and I was tired and I spent a lot of money, nothing happening, and a student of the square leaving from the Tiananmen Square in Beijing. And so I decided to come back. I take the plane, I arrived in Paris and I saw, wow, the tanks arrive in Tiananmen Square and push all the students, kill them, blah, blah, blah. And so I missed that and I was very furious. And the picture from the little man in front of the tanks was did by a friend of mine, a photographer from Magnum, from the room we share. I was in this room. He made the picture from the room where I was living 24 hours before. You see what I mean? And it makes me crazy. I miss that, you know, from my room. He made the picture from my room. So, and anyway, I slept, and when I woke up, I heard to the news, Ayatollah Khomeini dead. So I say, wow, okay. Take back my suitcase and climb in another plane and arrive in Tehran and I work well. First thing is I produce practically everything at 90%. So if I'm waiting for the money, if I have money, I will not have. So I must produce by myself. First thing. Second thing is I must do, of course, like I always did, something different. It means before the event or after or perhaps at the same moment, but with another way, another look or another way to work. It's always a way. You can, it's always like that I can survive. I can sell the story, I can sell my picture. We are at Tripoli. No, this is Benghazi. That's Tripoli. We got it. French army. Berlin Wall. So Kabul, we got it. Grozny, we got it. So must think much more than before, must think different, must do different pictures, must find different way. Because, for example, it's the price is sick. You know, there is no more publicity, no more money, no more advertising in the newspaper, I want to say. And so there is no more money for the photographer, for the freelance. So we must find other way to find the money. It means you can produce it, you can make grants, you can make, for me, for example, I'm doing a lot of workshop, makes me money, and I wrote a book about an experience, a journey in Chechnya with a Russian commando, and I sell this book, and it's now a theater, and also the photo magazine with here. Got something like. So it's a story, Peace and Love, with many different things. I love this one, but I prefer this one with the girl far away. This one is very famous. It's a new way of work, a new way of thinking, new way of photography. And somewhere I was very upset about that during the 2000s, but now I can say thank you, because during 20 years nobody told me, hey, your pictures are not so bad, but perhaps you can do better, you know. Nobody told me. So today I know my pictures are not so good, and I must work again, every day. And it's a good job, and I'm happy to do that. I regret that not to do it before. Et je me souviens, c'était incroyable, il faisait très très chaud, il y avait une atmosphère de folie. Les gens étaient, il y avait beaucoup de gens qui étaient presque en transe, quoi, qui étaient comme toujours dans ces moments de ferveur. Il y avait des gens qui criaient, des gens qui pleuraient, des gens qui se fouettaient avec des chaînes ou des fouets. C'était très très fort. C'était, je garde un souvenir très dense. Et j'ai travaillé comme ça pendant 3 jours. Donc je me souviens avoir fait, je crois, c'était 7 km ou 12, je ne me souviens plus, à pied pour aller à l'endroit où l'ayatollah est enterré, qui a été construit un mausolée depuis. Et c'était des journées extraordinaires. Hein. Et c'est assez indescriptible. C'est juste la vie d'un photographe reporter qui se trouve souvent dans ce genre d'endroit et qui est au milieu de l'événement. Et ça, moi je suis très heureux de vivre ce genre de choses, plutôt que de le regarder à la télévision. Et donc pour le deuxième voyage, ça a été une invitation de l'ambassade d'Iran à Paris, comme quoi ils avaient beaucoup apprécié le travail que j'avais fait sur les funérailles. Et donc ils m'invitaient à revenir quand je voulais en Iran. À cette époque, il était difficile d'aller en Iran, les visas, on n'arrivait pas à avoir de visa. So these are my visit cards. People love it. I make an open door here yesterday, and I put my visit card here. Wow. Everybody took 1 or 2. So I said, hey, please, 1 only. They say, but if you want to buy a print, I will love to sell one, you know. Yeah, that's a new way of work too. It's I'm selling something like 1 or 2 pictures per month now, with a little level. So it's interesting to see what the people are and a real interest with the picture today. And so sometimes it's could be anything. It could be a picture in Paris. It could be this one from Grozny. It could be a Tiananmen picture you saw. It could be a mountain picture, classical, a war picture. Third time I was in Iran. The last time was during I'm sorry, it was during the problem with in Iraq with Saddam Hussein against the Kurdish people. It was in 91, I think, yeah. It was the third time. And so everybody was going in the Turkish border with Iraq to do the refugees living from north of Iraq, from the Kurdistan, Iraqi Kurdistan. And in fact, I decided always to do something different. And like I know that I could have again a visa, I asked to Iran, I have a visa, and I work quickly from Tehran. I took a car, drive all night long to the border, and I worked to the border from Iraq, Iran. And we were only 2 photographers. It was good. We make very good job, and it was amazing. It was so many people arrived in front of us, and it was the third time, my third trip in Iran. The 3 times I was there, it was very different. One time was for news, another time was for news, and another time for magazine. Anyway, for me, most important things are not things. This is human. This is the people. And everywhere I'm going, even if that's not about people's story, it's what is interesting me. It's as a share with people. So people I met is most important. And I love to see, you know, is it in Iran? There is a lot of different people, like everywhere. But so Iran somewhere is a special country. So there is many different people, and I love to meet all these people. I never count how many hours I do. I shoot less. For me, less is more. It's you know, more, even before I work with this whole camera, because you must shoot only one time. Even with my digital, or even if I have a classical camera, I shoot very low. Only one time, perhaps 2 times. I prefer to be a little mouse and to not disturb the scene and the scenic, and just make my pictures quietly, smoothly, and okay, I do my job like that. I dislike people who have a motor drive and shoot. Okay, there are another way to do something. They have no. When you do that, I call that the empirism. You make a. And so, okay, perhaps you will have a good picture. But if you are really looking for one picture, looking for it, you prepare, you wait for, and you push at the good moment, okay, wow, I got it. It's much more pleasure, much more, it's another level. I would love to do something general, so two things. A general story, make a big travel for 1 month or 2 months all over Europe, a big journey. And the second one, I would love it to do something about the young people, 18 to 22, something like that. It's very fascinating me. Perhaps I'm old, so but no, it's a really interesting moment of the life. All these young people who begin to entrance in the real life, they stop the school and they are between school and work, they are looking for themselves, their identity. Some of them want to go married, some of them are waiting, some want to find work, some want again have fun, some want to traveling, some wants to be carefully and safety with a man, with a girl, and so it's a very important moment of the life. Everything changed at this moment. It's and when I look at all these young people, it makes me a very good interest. I love that.
Ah, there is one.
That's during the funerals of Ayatollah Khomeini, and I win a World Press with this one. About photography, I'm a very happy photographer, not with my picture, because I'm always angry with my pictures. They are not enough good, but it makes me happy because the photography permit me to meet people, to live crazy moment of history from these 3 decades. And so I love this job. And this job is not a passion, it's much more. It's a life, totally a life. But I share it, of course, with my wife, married since 27 years, and my 2 kids from 23 years and 18 years old. So I'm just enjoy this life. Moi, je voudrais vraiment bien revenir en Iran, parce que c'est un pays qui me fascine, parce que c'est un pays qui bouge beaucoup, parce que c'est un pays avec une multitude de gens très différents. Et je voudrais vraiment bien faire quelque chose sur la jeunesse en Iran, parce que c'est évidemment le futur de l'Iran. Et c'est une jeunesse qui se cherche, comme tous les jeunes dans tous les pays. Mais voilà, ça fait partie des pays qui me fascinent. Ça fait partie des pays, quand j'étais jeune, qui me faisaient rêver, qui me semblaient très très lointains. Et donc je me suis rendu 3 fois, c'est pas aussi loin que ça. Et puis surtout aujourd'hui, on peut voyager facilement. Mais ça reste un pays passionnant et fascinant. Donc pour un photographe comme moi, j'arrive avec plaisir.